Hi guys, it's Jessica here. I wanted to show you, I rearranged my space over here. This is where I keep my larger SD dolls. So generally, you know, the 60 centimeter and up crew. Behind me is the shelf where I keep my Delphs and Feeples. You know, they're 57, 60 centimeters typically. So the bigger ones are over here. And what I did was I've been using a doll box as a riser for them to sit on back there. So I went ahead and put another one, and I also put these boards here, and you can see the table ends. So I extended the doll box and the board over the edge. It's kind of like a seesaw. Don't want to pick up the dolls on the other side of the seesaw because it would be not so good for the dolls on the end. But maybe I can get my husband to cut me some boards or something someday. I just do things myself most of the time because I don't want to bother anyone. So I figure it out. But I wanted, the big thing is that I really wanted to line up all my twiggling dolls. I wanted them all in kind of one shot like this. So they're all here, and I've got my ring light. I'm holding my ring light with my iPhone in it. It's a little bit heavy, but yeah, here they are. Except for Cernunos there. He is a Granado Titan. He is not a twiggling doll. But he that spot was the only one that was big enough to fit him in. Yeah, the ingenue on the end, she's a hybrid on a 26F classic body, Dolce 26F classic. And then on the other end is another hybrid with a twiggling body and the Doll's Own Deerhead. But you know what's not here is my Min ingenue, or my Kalo head. But I guess this is all my SD girls. I have just been enjoying them so much. I am sewing them all kinds of things. I'm really enjoying making the corsets and the jackets. Really enjoying them. Yeah. But I was just kind of, I don't know, I guess it's not that big a deal or anything, but to me, I just really liked how, I like seeing my dolls. What's one of the things that I will do is I'll just rearrange my dolls, put them a different way, and it just makes me really happy. And I'm sure anybody else, they wouldn't have been able to tell that anything's changed or whatever, but it makes me really happy. Yeah. So, okay. Just wanted to show you guys that. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hi guys, it's Jessica here for some dolly updates and general rambling and stuff. I have been working on sewing as usual, and been having some slower weeks, meaning I haven't I've had more days off versus the amount of days that I'm working, which has been very, very nice. It's been very nice. And I'm going into, today was my last day at my main job that makes up the majority of my income. Today was my last day there, and I'll be starting my new job on Monday. So, and I still work at some other clinics, but once I start next week, most weeks I should only be working at 2 hospitals. So just going to be working less overall. And I'm kind of nervous about it, just, financially and that sort of thing. But I just really need to be cutting back, because I could definitely feel it was starting to have a bad impact on my health again. Yeah, so I'm gonna, so I'm very anxious about how things are gonna work out, and then just it's a big change, and so I've worked at the place before, so I'm not so nervous about that really, but just my income's going to be different, so I'm a little bit, we'll see how things feel and how they go, and I'm going to try to resist the urge to pile on more work so that we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I had a dream last night, and I'm it definitely is related to the fact that I'm starting a new job and leaving this old one. The dream was that I was quitting my job, but I was going to go to school, and I was going to go to art school, which I was really excited about, that I was going to go to art school. I'm just super excited. But then they told me, first you have to take this calculus exam. I took calculus back in 1994. And I literally could not do calculus now to save my life. Literally could not. I don't know how I survived it the first time, but that's what this dream was all this anxiety about the fact that I needed to take this calculus exam to be able to get into art school. And I'm like, well, I'm going to need some time to study for this. And they're like, nope, we're going to go take it right now. Just like, thank you, brain, for that. Yeah, I was really excited that I was going to go to art school, but I was very anxious and worried about taking this calculus exam to get into art school. Is that one of the things they make you do when you go to art school? Take a calculus exam? But yeah, that's my brain. I have Sonara here. She is my Twiggly Nikuru, and she is in the Vivid resin, and I just love this doll. I love the body shape with the big boobs and the short legs. She's just this stocky thing, and I just freaking love her. She's a really beautiful doll, yeah, so I've been having fun sewing for her. This last week, well, what's today? Today is Wednesday, yeah. So last Friday, I posted up some things to sell on my Instagram, and then I sold a few things kind of behind the scenes too, things that I hadn't listed there. But so a few jackets. I sold the yukata that I had made for Amelia. I just was already, I liked it, but I was already kind of sick of it and wanted to make her something different. So I was like, and I took it off of her, and there wasn't really another doll that I wanted to put it on. So I figured I'd see if somebody wanted to buy it. So that sold. And I sold a few of the, I don't know if you call these bomber jackets, or I don't know what you would call these jackets I've been sewing. Aviator jacket is the, yeah, aviator jacket. So I don't know. They have raglan sleeves, and they have a knit fabric collar and waistband. and cuffs. So it's that kind of style. But I'm really enjoying sewing them. I sold I sold the original jacket that I had made for Lady here, so I made her another one to replace it since I took hers. And that jacket was pretty large, so it could probably fit an SD boy that's not a 70 centimeter boy, but a 60 or 65 centimeter boy. It was pretty large, or a larger girl doll. But this one I made this last weekend for her, and it turned out, I really like how it turned out. It's got the blue lining. I really wanted to try to make one for my Chibi Moon, this little Sheila. And I am really happy with how this one turned out. I did not put pockets in it, and because of the bulk that it added. This, gosh, Lola's is snoring so loud. This one, which is a little bit, oops, knocking dolls over. This jacket that I made to fit A-line minifee boy, not this one. I have on down here my Lucy Wen, who she's on the she's on a Moe line body, so the sleeves, it really made a difference as far as the sleeves, because it fits him fine, but you can see that the sleeves are definitely too long for the, though I think it is kind of cute. But this one had pockets, and I don't know, I just thought it made the jacket feel extra bulky, and I probably need to experiment with probably using with lighter fabrics to make the pockets. I can't just use the same fabrics I'm using in the bigger jackets and scale them down. It's just they're just, the fabric is too thick and bulky for that. So let's see, I'm gonna stand there. But this one doesn't have pockets, but you can just see how tiny this hole, even putting a pocket there would just be, it would just cause so much bulk. But I really like how this turned out, and it does zip up. She's wearing this corset, so it kind of, I think it looks a little bit funny. These look funny when you zip them up over the corsets. They don't lay right, but it does zip up. So I think she looks so freaking cute in it. And so I did that, and so I really love the combination of these fabrics, with this glittery, glimmery gold fabric, and then I had this gold stretchy velour that I made the sleeves out of, and I just really loved the combination of the two. And these minifees, I didn't make their corsets. Minifee size is is like the one size a doll that I haven't made corsets yet. These are Raokan corsets. I've made corsets in several different SD sizes, and then in Tiny's size, USD, but I haven't made any MSD size corsets yet. But I probably will at some point, because I have a lot of MSDs that I would like to dress in some corsets. So this is Siobhan, and she is my minifee elf Sion. I think that's the Sion head, and she has a face up. I just love this doll. She's so gorgeous. She has a face up by Attila Tilly, and I usually don't like the minifee body with the bigger boobs, but I bought this one from Fitzwig because he was selling it for such a good deal, and I really like the boobs. I mean, in a corset like this, they look really, it looks really nice. And I think, that's, I usually almost always choose small bust size, oftentimes the smallest that I can get. And I don't have big busted dolls, and generally, don't want them, but I've just been really, like I said, it just fills out the corset. I think it looks really, really nice in the corsets. So I'm kind of in my big booby appreciation phase, I guess, right now. Really enjoying, though, I am working on a jacket for her right now, and it's not gonna be able to zip up, I don't think. Like, I'd have to make it so oversized in the front to be able to zip up. She might as well wear a guy's jacket at that point. So this is the one that I'm working on for her, and it's this really beautiful like galaxy fabric, and I kind of wanted to show you guys because how with the pockets, because this is obviously still in progress. It's not finished. This is the lining that's going to go inside of it, which is basically you sew the same thing except in this other fabric. And I always make it just a little bit bigger in the lining. I make any of the parts that are going to be sewn to the outer jacket, I make a little bit longer so that I have a little more width, so that I have plenty of variation that I'm able to fit it in, because you don't want it. I'd rather it be a little bit big than a little bit small with the lining, is how that works. But anyways, the welt pockets, I wanted to kind of show you the welt pockets, because see, here's one. Let's see, this one. This is what it looks like. So there's the pocket, like the outside part of the pocket, and then this is the inside part of the pocket, and you sew it all on the outside, and then what you do is you flip all of this inside. You flip all of that inside, and then the little pocket flap, goes over that, and then would look like that. See here on this one, I've got the pocket inside parts sewn into the inside, so you can see now. And so I'll bring this down like this and sew those together, and then there's your pocket, and then the lining goes and hides all of that. But I always you move this fabric, like you're just really rough and doing a lot of things with this fabric, so I always put a lot of what's the name of this stuff? The fray check stuff. I put it all over this because it would start fraying all over. There's just, you're moving the fabric all around, and it really gets a lot of abuse while you're working on it. But that's the basic process there with those pockets. And I love how they look, but they are a freaking huge pain in the butt. But of course the zipper will go like this, and then the lining will go on in the inside. I started this, tried to start this jacket. It was the night before last, and I was so excited because this fabric had come in, and I really, really wanted to make a jacket out of it for Sonara. And so I made the lining first, like I always do, and I put it on her, and it just didn't seem to fit right. And I was really tired and really sleepy. I went ahead and cut the fabric out for it. Out of the actual fabric that I was going to use, and the next day after I got back from work, I went to look what I had done, and I had cut out the Feeple 60 pattern, which is much too small to fit on Twiggling girls, and that's I didn't even notice it the next day, but that's what happens when you try to work on sewing when you're very sleepy and very tired. You just make a lot of stupid mistakes. But I have all of the pieces now cut out for a Feeple 60 jacket in the exact same colors. So I will make it, and it might be one of those that ends up getting sold. I don't know. We'll see how. But like, the fabric is just so pretty. I wanted, because I don't have very much of it, I wanted to make some leggings and stuff out of it too, and with all these mistakes that I made, I don't have a bunch, so that kind of made me sad. But that's what happens when you try to work on sewing when you're half awake. Sometimes you make really stupid mistakes. So this little vest, I really actually enjoyed that, and I wanted to make another. I was going to go ahead and try to make one with the pockets and my little Mary doll round girl. But it just, I think it's too bulky, and definitely for this tiny size. I do think it looks cute on her. I think it looks pretty cute. But it didn't turn out like I wanted. I really, really wanted to use this burnt orange corduroy, but and it is a light corduroy, a very fine corduroy, but at this scale, it's just too thick. It's just too thick, but so I'll probably make one in a larger size, because I just love this gold color, kind of gold mustard yellow, with the burnt orange. I think it's so nice. Really, really like that color combination. I'm really into that burnt orange. So the jackets, yeah, so here was the one that I made in mini fee size, and it's the same fabric, just smaller. The one I made in mini fee size, and I want to make one of these. And I'll try to do it with pockets, for Helena, one of my Twiggling ingenue girls. But I have already, I can't believe how much of my zippers I've already used. I've made so many jackets, but I'm just freaking having a fun time with them. So definitely, I predict that I will probably have some more jackets for sale. I sold a couple, like I said, this weekend. And if they have the pockets, I'm pricing those at $50. And I think if I do end up selling them without the pockets, I might, knock it down to like 45 or 40 or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do there. It'll definitely be a little less expensive, if they don't have the pockets, because the pockets do add a lot of extra time. They're very fiddly, and it's not like they take up tons of fabric or anything, but they are just really fiddly, and you have to be really exact with sewing them. Because if you're just off by literally a stitch, then the fabric will bunch up around the pocket. So because you flip this part inside, and if you are off by a stitch on your triangle or your rectangle around it, then it won't work properly. So you got to go in and do a bunch of little. You have to sometimes go in and just add a couple more stitches, or you have to rip some out, and yeah. So pain in the butt, but I do like how it looks, and I'm excited about this jacket for Sonora. I think it's going to be so pretty on her. But yeah, I'm super having a lot of fun with the jackets and the sewing, and I filmed this weekend. I spent some time kind of arranging my dolls, and maybe I'll put it at the end. Maybe it was at the beginning. I don't know. I'll do something. It's either going to be at the beginning and you already saw it, or it'll be at the end. How I have my SD dolls set up, and I have all my twiggling dolls in a line, except for obviously these two are over here right now. And I didn't have this guy back here, my awesome Thunderbolt, because he would have had to sit like over in this corner over here where I can't see him. And he has to stay close to me because I love that guy. Love him. But yeah, what else was I going to talk to you guys about? The sewing stuff. I won't be doing commissions. I won't take sewing commissions. I'll probably never do that at this point, but I will have single items that I offer for sale, or little lots for sale. And there were some people that were upset that they missed out on their chance to get something. I mean, it was just a few things that I was selling. So I figured what I might do is maybe keep a list of names for what people wanted, this person would like to be alerted if I'm going to sell a twiggling corset, or if I'm going to sell a mini fee size jacket, something like that. And then I would contact them first before offering it for sale. And I know some people kind of like, maybe they wanted me to contact them before I'd offered it for general sale. And I just generally won't do that because people express interest all the time. And maybe I don't want to corner people. I don't want to corner them and like, well, you said you wanted to buy this, 2 months ago, so I'm here to bother you. Because maybe their idea of what they wanted to pay for that is not, what the price turned out to be. And again, I don't want people to feel like I'm cornering them or something. So, but the jackets are $50. If I made one for a tiny, it might be a little less expensive. It's less expensive if they don't have pockets. The corsets, it depends on how complicated they are, but they're generally $90 to $140. The yukatas, the one that I made for Amelia that I sold was $50, and that's probably going to be kind of the price that they would be, unless I ended up using a really, really expensive fabric or had to change it, something like that. But that would kind of be the prices of things. So if you're, like really wanting to get a hold of something and would want to be alerted when something's available, then maybe I'll keep a list of names, something like that. This, let me go grab this girl. This is Uma. So this corset is for sale. This is the creamsicle corset that I had made. I made this, yeah, it's a little short back there. This skirt, the underskirt, was made for a doll with a smaller bust size. So this doll has much bigger bust size than any of my twiglings, and so she can wear some of their stuff, but yeah, her busts are much bigger. But anyways, I made this to fit her, and it fits her very perfectly, I think. And it does fit, it fits this girl because her bust size is so big, but like my other twiglings with the bust smaller than a D, which is the biggest one, it's gonna be a little big. So, but this one is $95. And so if this is something that you want to buy, then you guys can contact me. I put it up for sale on my Instagram Friday. So, but yeah, I there's no doubt that I will have more things for sale. You know, I make it because it's fun, then I think it's going to be for a doll, and ends up, I end up not wanting it for that doll, or the colors aren't right for the doll, and I don't have anybody else to wear it, then I'll let it go. But, yeah, I do like this on Uma. My idea for Uma has been that I want to, more of a boho style, like bohemian style, and I have ordered some things, and I'm going to start working on some more clothes and outfits for her. So I like this corset on her, and I like this outfit, but it's not the style that I want for her. I really wanted to do a boho style for her. I love this body. This, like, I love my twigling girls, that's for sure. They're my definite favorite, but this body, it's very lanky, and I love the joints. Really, the sculpting, it's a beautiful. This is the Dolce 20. She's a Dolce 26F Classic. I can't remember if I said that now. So, the corset, and she's got like a medium bust size. It's not the biggest, it's not the smallest. It was, I don't know, I was trying to remember how many bust sizes. I can't remember if there's just a small, medium, and large, or if there was 4 different ones. I'm not sure. But it's not the biggest, it's something in between. It's Uma. She's a pretty girl. She's got a twiggling ingenue head, so she's a hybrid, and she's on the Dolce Classic 26F Classic body. The new one, because I guess there was the old one, and I don't know if they are both called 26F Classic or not. I'm not sure about that. And what else were we going to talk about? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I probably am. I got this wig, bought it from Fitzwig, and it's by Candy Floss. And I've been trying it on some different dolls, but I think this is the most recent doll that's been wearing it, and I think it's going to stay with her. It looks really nice with her, so it's kind of a lighter, kind of pastel-y color. I think it looks really nice with her tan skin. I do really love this doll. She's never gotten a name besides her sculpt name, which is Lucy Wynn, and I just call her Lucy Wynn. But she's a beautiful doll. So this is what I do. It's just a spray bottle, but look how this is what alpaca and natural fibers. Can you see that? So I just that's what I do with all of these natural fiber wigs, to kind of tame them a little bit, is just I keep this little water bottle is just always here. It's here in the doll room, because anytime I pick up one of these dolls to play with them, the wig just starts floating everywhere. So I give them a little spritz. Because if you just touch them, like you go and you touch them to try to style them a little bit, and the alpaca wigs I think are definitely the worst. But for that, yeah. But I love it. The colors are so pretty. Yeah, I've been really on a wig kick for my dolls. Every time I see a wig that I think will suit my dolls in the right size and color, I'm just having a hard time resisting them. And that is something that I'm up for, really high quality natural fiber wigs. Those are things that I will do sewing to trade for. So I just did one. Did I show that one in a video? I meant to. I wanted to save it and show it in a video. Now I can't remember if I did. The corset that I made for Tiffany, Tiffany BJD Crafts. I think I did in the last video show that one. I did a trade for one of her beautiful wigs. She's making me another human hair fiber wig. I have one from her that she made before, and it's one of my favorite wigs. So let's see, I think that's it. Yep. So I will say goodbye. Hope you guys are having a great week. Don't forget, this weekend is in the US anyways, is daylight savings, and I can't remember if it's daylight savings ends or starts or whatever, but anyways, you have to, it's spring forward, so you set the clocks forward just in time to start my new job. And that is one of the things that I'm anxious about too, is that it is going to be a little bit of a longer drive. It's not really so much longer distance wise, but it's more there's a lot more city driving to get there, to go on the freeway, then drive through town. And so traffic, I'm not looking forward to the traffic. But, all right guys, I hope you're having a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.